Yo, what's going on, everyone? It's DLloyd, and man, did things just get very interesting in this seemingly, back and forth between Charles Barkley and Kevin Durant, really of all people, man. And it all really started yesterday or last night, right, when the Brooklyn Nets end up losing to the Boston Celtics, who completed the sweep on the Brooklyn Nets. Things have not, looked good for KD really the last week, but after, getting swept last night, a lot of people started to take shots at Kevin Durant. Well, one of those people is Charles Barkley. And Charles Barkley essentially called him a bus rider instead of a bus driver, and saying that the championships he won in Golden State, he was just a bus rider. Like, he didn't call the shots, he wasn't leading the team, he wasn't the go-to guy. And now he is being asked to drive the bus, and he cannot get it done. Well, Kevin Durant did not, take those words too kindly, and he seemingly responded. Not seemingly, he did respond to Charles Barkley with these IG stories that I'm going to post on the screen right now. But mainly, he is trying to showcase the fact that Charles Barkley himself had to team up with Scottie Pippen and Hakeem Olajuwon at the end of his year, at the end of his career rather, to try to win a ring. And even before then, he had Dr. J and some other guys on his team to kind of help, breed him into the eventual MVP he would become. So he is basically saying that Charles Barkley could have been a bus rider himself. And that is also debatable. Now, I want to ask you guys, because I'm giving you guys my opinions, of course. Do you believe that Kevin Durant is a bus rider, or do you think he's driving the bus or has something to do with things? Because yes, he joined the Golden State Warriors. He won 2 rings with the Golden State Warriors. Some people, or a lot of people, I would say, will say that those were still teams that were pretty much Steph and Curry's, right? Like, KD played a huge role, but it was Steph's team. And I think Kevin Durant knew that, and he understood that narrative behind that. And that is why he decided to leave and go jump ship. Even though he brought Kyrie with him to Brooklyn, this was Kevin Durant's team, and we knew that Kyrie Irving is kind of playing, that second guy, that support role on this ball club. So I do think that Kevin Durant either believes that to an extent, or he hates that people say that, but it clearly bothers him. And out of all the criticism that, was taken over the last week and yesterday, the one that stood with him the most was the ones made by Charles Barkley, saying that you were a bus rider. So clearly, this is the thing. This is the thing for Kevin Durant that he does not like people saying. Now, if you ask me, that Golden State Warriors team was a well put together team before Kevin Durant showed up, right? Yes, they lost in the finals, but they already won a championship at that point. They had the greatest record, one of the greatest seasons, of all time, before Kevin Durant showed up. So you insert him in there, yes, you take a step forward, but who's to say that Golden State would not have, been in those championship games without Kevin Durant? Nobody really knows, and that's where, it gets kind of iffy. I'm going to say that Kevin Durant still played a major role, although the team and the club in general was just a well-oiled machine at that point. So you just upgraded, Barnes for KD. And yes, you guys get slightly better. And then the times where, players were hurt, you had Kevin Durant step up and be able to carry that load. But I understand where Charles Barkley is coming from, where you were not that guy. You cannot sit back and just double team and triple team and just send blitz after blitz at KD because you had to worry about Clay and Steph. You could kind of do that now in Brooklyn. Yes, you have to worry about Kyrie, but if Bruce Brown wants to drop 20 a night consistently, by all means, go ahead. That's not going to win games in Brooklyn. So it's pretty much KD on KD's shoulders right now. And I think that is what's getting to him. So I don't necessarily agree with him being, just a bus rider. I think he was still one of the main guys, and he played a focal point of them winning those championships. But he is not the clear-cut guy, which he is now. And when you're the clear-cut guy, all the pressure's on you. You get all the credit in the world if you win. You get all of the credit as well, or the blame, I should say, if you lose. You see it with other players around the NBA, especially LeBron James. And if you want to be in those conversations, This is the heat that's going to come with it. So them being swept is a bad look for the Nets. Of course, you have to remember they don't have Ben Simmons. So, I mean, they traded away a franchise piece in James Harden, and they got nothing out of Ben Simmons yet. So there's some kind of pressures you can take off KD if you want to go there. But the fact of it is KD did not play well in the series. But I don't think you always have to play well necessarily. Sometimes you do need your teammates to step up, but you have to still be that aggressive guy. Like, I did not mind KD in game 4. Yes, he had 39 points. Took him, 31 shots to get there. But at least he was aggressive. We've seen him kind of just disappear earlier in the series. And I think that is more important than him just not shooting well. I think those are differences, because in a long season, you will definitely have those games where you just don't shoot very well. But he did not show up. And I think this is going to be a long off season for the Nets, for Kevin Durant. And of course, we haven't even started really talking about Ben Simmons. Going to be a long off season for him as well, man, as the Nets try to figure out what to do this upcoming off season, man. But you guys let me know how you guys feel about this in the comment section below. Do you believe that Kevin Durant is a bust rider, like Charles Barkley said? Or do you think he played, pivotal roles in those Warriors teams when they were winning championships, or at least, making the finals appearances? Let me know you guys' thoughts and opinions in the comment section below. It's DLloyd. I'm going to see you next time. Peace.